Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Friday, May 30th, 2025. The hearing for a fatal hit-and-run from last year is once again delayed until mid-July. Here's reporter Adeline J. Wells with more details.
Troy Reynolds, the suspect in a hit-and-run that killed Yucca Valley teenager Joshua Barreras, returned to court for an early disposition hearing yesterday morning. Reynolds was identified by the Sheriff's Department as the primary suspect following a 4-week investigation. He turned himself in at the Joshua Tree Courthouse last February, entering a plea of not guilty. District Attorney Jason Getzlow was present, and Special Appearance Attorney Jessica DeSalva appeared for James Rogan on behalf of the defense. Judge Sarah Oliver considered a memorandum from probation concerning Reynolds' GPS monitor. As the department was paying for the monitor, it requested to either remove the device or transfer the cost to the bond agent. Judge Oliver noted that it was the court's motion that ordered the device due to concerns about flight risk, and that Reynolds had worn the monitor for over a year and attended all court hearings on time. She granted the request to remove the monitor, but noted that the $500,000 bond would remain in place, as would the orders that Reynolds not operate a motor vehicle or leave San Bernardino County without court permission. The attorneys maintained that they were working towards a resolution on the case and requested another continuation of the early disposition hearing for July 11th. Judge Oliver granted the request and confirmed with Attorney Getzlow that the victim's family had been apprised of the need for a continuance. Troy Reynolds is charged with felony hit and run resulting in permanent injury or death. He is currently out on $500,000 bail. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
An approved development for a 19-acre empty lot in Joshua Tree is the focus of a lawsuit from a group of local residents who want the project stopped and reviewed. Online news editor Robert Hayden has more.
A group of residents calling themselves the Joshua Tree Village Neighbors, or JTVN, says that San Bernardino County officials think they're above the law by sidestepping the California Environmental Quality Act, and they've filed a lawsuit against the county and the developer that was given the green light to start construction on 64 homes in Joshua Tree. The homes are part of a development called Lovemore Ranch, which is planned for a single-family zoned residential lot owned by Axel Kramer and Lovemore LLC, the other two defendants in the lawsuit. The Joshua Tree Village Neighbors say that the purpose of the lawsuit is to cancel the project's approval, freeze all construction until an environmental review can be made, and to hold San Bernardino County accountable. 30 days ago, the county denied an appeal put forth by the Morongo Basin Conservation Association and 2 members of the Joshua Tree Village Neighbors. During the hearing, the group says that local residents were denied proper notice and participation in the approval of the project, and key infrastructure was approved without the proper conditional use permits. According to San Bernardino County and the Lovemore Ranch, the developer is doing what the lot was planned for, at a density that is less than half of what the county allows on a lot of that size. Lovemore's website says the 19-acre plot is zoned for up to 114 homes, and that 64 homes were chosen to, quote, balance housing density and preserve the natural habitat. That natural habitat contains all the native desert flora you'd expect for a lot within a few miles of the national park, including western Joshua trees. Lovemore's website says the lot doesn't have desert tortoise or burrowing owls on it, and that any western Joshua trees that need to be disturbed will be done so by an arborist in compliance with the Western Joshua Tree Conservation Act. The Joshua Tree Village Neighbors says the project would clear native vegetation and eliminate nearly all natural open space, and the county approved the project through a mitigated negative declaration rather than a full environmental impact report. In addition to the 64 homes planned for the lot, the Lovemore Ranch is also proposing a treatment facility to handle the wastewater from the homes, which JTVN says has no design plans or environmental analysis. Lovemore says the proposed project surpasses the Joshua Basin Water District's wastewater treatment strategy by using what they call a packaged treatment plant, which is designed to be odor-free, visually discreet, and an example of sustainable waste management that doesn't use septic. You can read the entirety of the JTVN's lawsuit on their newly launched website, www.stoplovemoreranch.com, where they also have a more complete breakdown of their legal and environmental concerns with the project. You can also read about Lovemore Ranch at their website, www.lovemore.group, where they have a frequently asked questions section that lays out many of the group's responses to concerns brought up in the lawsuit and last month's appeal to the county by JTVN. We'll have links to those websites along with a link to the last County Board of Supervisors meeting at our website, Z107.7 FM.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The Morongo Unified School District Board of Education is accepting applications to serve a 3-year appointment as a trustee for Area 1 of the district. The appointed individual will fill the vacancy created by the resignation of Carolee Hargrove and will serve the remainder of the term through December 2026. Reporter Gabriel Hart joins us with the qualifications according to the Education Code and Board bylaw, with deadlines and ways to apply.
Any person is eligible to be a governing board member without further qualifications if they are 18 years of age or older, a citizen of the state, a resident of the school district, a registered voter, and not legally disqualified from holding civil office. Any person who has been convicted of a felony involving the giving, accepting, or offering of a bribe, embezzlement or theft of public funds, extortion, perjury, or conspiracy to commit any such crime under California law or the law of another state, the United States of America, or another country is not eligible to be a candidate for office or elected as a board member except when they have been granted a pardon in accordance with law. A district employee elected to the board shall resign their position before being sworn in or shall have their employment automatically terminated upon being sworn into office. Applications are available online and are due no later than 12 p.m. June 6, 2025. Applications will be screened by current board members prior to candidate interviews. Screening will begin on June 6, 2025, and interviews are tentatively scheduled for June 13, 2025. Please contact the superintendent's office at 760-367-9191, extension 4221, if you have further questions in regards to completing an application. For PDF of application and map of Area 1 where applicants must live to apply, please visit the story at Z107.7 Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
Milltree, in partnership with the Mojave Desert Land Trust, has received a grant for the Force of Nature programs from the National Environmental Education Foundation. Veterans, active military, and their families are invited to a nature hike as part of this program tomorrow. Reporter Hillary Sloan has more.
Saturday's Nature Hike is the second event supported by Milltree and Mojave Desert Land Trust. The Force of Nature programs are funded by NEEF, the nation's leader in lifelong environmental learning. In March, the group hosted a bird-watching event at Big Morongo Canyon Preserve. This time, it's a hike on the Nancy Carl Trail in Joshua Tree, followed by a light breakfast and a presentation at the Mojave Desert Land Trust headquarters, located at 60124 29 Palms Highway. The event runs from 7:30 a.m. to 11 and is open to veterans, active duty military, and their families. Go to mill-tree.org/programs and hit the RSVP button under Force of Nature Hike for more information. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
And finally, there's another free way to spay and neuter your pets. The town of Yucca Valley has teamed up with the Animal Action League to host a free spay and neuter event for Yucca Valley residents. This important initiative supports the community by reducing pet overpopulation and encouraging responsible pet ownership. The one-day event will be on June 26th, but you can register your pet right now in person at the Yucca Valley Animal Shelter. A $20 deposit is required. By offering these services at no cost, the town hopes to remove financial barriers and make it easier for residents to care for their pets responsibly. The Yucca Valley Animal Shelter is located at 4755 Malin Way in Yucca Valley. For a full list of rules, see this story at Z107.7fm.com. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z107.7fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.